Okay, so now here I am on here now to just talk to you about something or anything or whatever. So I've had a bit of thought about this room. Now, if I could have, last night I stayed awake until 5 o'clock this morning, not on purpose, thinking about what I could do to... I don't know whether this is going to be something that everybody else is going to want to... Somebody else is going to want to try, but this is what I'm going to try, okay? I have a lot of stuff. I have a real lot of stuff. So what I've decided to do, because I want to put hands on everything, and I have a disability where my mobility is really, really not good, so I can't be sort of diving up and down getting things all the time. I mean, I can't reach a lot of stuff. So I decided that the best thing for me to do is to get something. I need something for you to look at. Here, peep at this for a minute. You don't want to look at a bare piece of stuff. The other day I was looking for tulle because I wanted to make a flower, and all I've got is a box of tulle way up there high, over about a foot away from the ceiling. I can't reach it unless I get a stick. Got to get up and go across the other side of the room. So this is what you're looking at. It's just the front of the book that I'm making. I will get to that too. It's quite exciting, really. Interesting. I like to. I'm working with a bit more paper too. So what I'm decided to do is, I've got all this stuffed in this box, this tulle, right? Now, tulle's pretty squishy, and I've got a lot in there. So I received this one time from, I think Roxanne sent this to me. Roxy Car 13, I don't know what it is, 11. This is terrible, Sonia. Anyway, there's a small bit, but it's enough, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go and I'm going to get out these yards of tulle. I'm going to cut them down to pieces this size. I'm going to fix it so it's going to fit into something this size instead of joint, you know. And I'm going to do that this afternoon, and I'm going to show you, well, later on today, I'm going to take it out to the lounge room and I'm going to cut it down and get it all ready, because unless I'm going to make a dress for somebody or something out of it, and I do not intend to do that, this size is going to be enough for me. This sort of thing, that's just going to be plenty, okay? All right, so while I'm here, I'll show you this too. And I'm going to do that with my, let me see, my wool maybe, my fabric. I've got a lot of fabric. I'm not going to use it for making big items, nothing bigger than a bread box. That's too big a bread box. Nothing big at all. I'm also going to do that with my doilies, but I'm going to give away the doilies because I've got too many doilies and I've got to do that. But I'm going to put everything into something. If it doesn't fit into this, right, or something a tiny bit bigger, it's too much, isn't it? You've got too much. I think so. I mean, if I've got all these colours, I've got heaps of colours, and I can fit in here a fair few colours, can't I? So I'm going to do that. What else? I've got beads. All the beads that I've got. I'll be putting the small, I've got all in containers, but I just need a certain amount, don't I, around me. I don't need the whole lot. And then I can put a little note, say, more over there, or whatever, and then later I can pick it up, hopefully. But I've also got, there's a thing full of stocking pieces. Why would I want a big box of stocking bits? I'm not going to use it. I haven't used any bits of stocking for, well, a long time. But I can do that. I can put it into a small container. I've already done that with things. I've already sort of put things into smaller containers. I've got a great big box of raffia up there. What the heck? I mean, it's not big. Well, it is big. It's too big. I don't need that much raffia next to me. I don't even... How long did I use that? What else have I got there? Buttons. I've got the huge big bunch of buttons. A huge box of buttons. Don't need all them close to me. Got to do something about that. So that's what I want to do. Now, I've been... Wendy Mason, it was her that got me onto this. She's been making bits and pieces, and so has Ruth Burr for this 100 challenge. I can't do that because I get myself into a state, trying to compete with something. If I got to get something done, it just scares the life out of me. So what I've been doing, and I don't know what I've even done with the first lot I did some little pocket things. is I've been using my pieces of my good papers. Because what's the point in keeping all them good papers? I've got these nice graphic 45 papers, and I'm not doing anything with them. They're sitting there under the table. Now I'm going to bring them up on top of the table, and I'm going to use them. I've done some tags, right? I've done a whole heap of the square ones. Because when I get, I'm sorry if I was yelling earlier, when I get to making a parcel, I've got nothing to put in it because everything's just stuffed away and not made and finished or anything. So I've got all these, and they look good. And I'm putting a little bit of string on, and then I can write this to somebody, or I can put it in a packet of so many, like, you know, you can packet it up as all the mauve ones or something or that, and you can put them in a packet and you can send them as a little present, see? And that's what Wendy's going to do with hers. I've cut these out of her pages too, but what I did first, I backed all this with some really nice, and I think that was a good idea. I put some really nice paper on the back of them, like it's a drawing paper, but I glued all that on to make them a bit more solid, so they'd be nice and solid. And I'm really pleased about that. And I've got these ones here as well. This had month written on it. I can't remember what it was now, but I just put that piece across it because it doesn't have to have that on there, does it? And I've also cut out all these. These was all on the graphic 45. Small 8x8 one that I had. I've got two 8x8s and a great big 12x12, and I just can't use. Plus I've got other sorts as well besides this one, which is a flower. Flower's called. What is this one called? I can't see what it says there. Time to flourish. Time to flourish. And I've also got ones for sewing and all them other books with. There's a whole heap of other books that I've got, and they've got these ones in them. And I thought, well, I don't want to waste all this or just keep it there. What's the good of keeping it? I can put them, I've been fixing them all up, cutting these ones out, and I'm going to use them like a band. You know, you can put something on that, use it for a band, because I put 2 holes in each end. It took a while to do this though, but it was good, and it's worth it, because then you've got stuff ready, haven't you? I haven't got it ready yet. I'm on my way there though. I'm getting there, so I'm really pleased about that I've actually achieved that. And then I'm wanting to make flowers, because I need a lot of little flowers for different things, so I want to make some of my own flowers. I'm going to do some beads. I'm going to do some more buttons, even though I haven't got, you know, I've got heaps of buttons, but I like to roll the beads and I like to make the buttons. So that's an embellishment thing. And this here was given to me by one of my subscribers, and I'm sorry I forgot what it was. But then it brought to mind that I'll do some paper tassels as well, and that will help me use up some of my paper, because these girls doing this challenge are using up their bits and pieces, but mine are not scraps, and I give my scraps away, but I still need to use the good bits, don't I? So because I'm not going to make a big album, you know, I'm not going to make something like that, so I'm using up not my scraps, but my good bits. Use up your good bits to use them. I know we don't like to. I mean, you hang on to them because I've got something, you know, that I'm hanging on to, like, you know, my life, but it's not, you know, it's not worth it to have it, and you should be doing something with it. But anyway, so thank you everybody for watching, and hang on a second, Jeremy, don't go just yet. I'm going to go now, so thank you everybody for watching. Bye bye.